One, determine if each function is even, odd, or neither. I thought this was interesting that it got thrown into our assignment. It wasn't even in one of the examples. It was like a side note. This is technically an Algebra 1 concept. An even or odd or neither. So let's talk about an even or odd or neither. So this one, I'm going to label them, and I want to see if you guys remember. This is odd. This is an odd function. Yeah, this one is an even function. Well, this is your homework. You don't have to write it down. And this last one is neither. Wait, did I already do red? Yeah, so we'll do green.
Wait, give me a second. I gotta write this down, Mr.
It looks pretty odd.
I misspelled the word neither. You're going through it, huh? She said, I went shopping and I was happy. Then I remembered I had to come to school. All right. So why is the first one odd? Can somebody remind me? Yeah, so the reason that it is odd is that when I take so f of negative x is equal to negative f of x. That's how an odd one works. Hey, focus up here.
Sorry, I was asking for the last one, Steve.
All right, so let's look at this. This value here is about -1 comma, I would say probably +3 roughly, approximately. So now what they're saying is, what is the x value? So if I say f of -1 should be equal to negative f of -1. Okay? So that would mean that I should have a -3 down here. That's what it means. That's very formal language, but that's how it's odd. If I plug in the opposite x, I should get the opposite y. It's a little bit easier way to do it. That's an odd function. Now for an even function, an even function's pretty easy. The formal definition is that f of -x also equals f of x. So we're talking about the y values. So if I come over here and I say x is -2, so it's -2 comma, I don't know, what's that, 3.5 roughly? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll just say that it's like 3.5 roughly. I don't know for sure. Well, then at +2, at a +2x, it's still 3.5. In other words, when x is negative or x is positive, we have the same y values, right? You could say that reflects across the y-axis, usually. Now for C, we just have to test to see if it's positive or negative. Well, let me back up. We have to test to see if it's odd or even. There's no symmetry across the y-axis, right? When I say symmetry across the y-axis, when I look at the y-axis, the left-hand side looks like the right. That's how even functions will always be. So this is not even because there is no symmetry. Now let's look at the odd. So I pick one point here. If I say -1 comma 2, if this was odd, then I should have +1, -2. If it was odd, but I don't. So it's not odd. So it's neither. You guys remember that? No? Well, you kind of remembered it because you guys guessed the first one was odd. And you said the C does kind of look odd, but it's not. Okay? And that was just a little side note in one of our example problems. I didn't even discuss it, but I thought about it when I was getting ready to give you guys the homework. I said, yeah, we should probably at least review it. Okay. When we do trigonometry, we'll do some trig functions towards the end of the